Hey everybody, Steve Sheets here with Ghost Ranch Communications doing a quick tutorial today on working with drop shadows on type. There's been a really common issue that I keep seeing. It forces them to sometimes appear, sometimes not appear. So we just want to make sure we can get them working consistently for you, and we'll touch on a couple tips and tricks along the way as well. So just jumping right in, I'm going to focus on the problem at first, the problem that I've been having. Let's say I've got this object here, I right click on it, I say format shape, go here to add a drop shadow, and I really like this one that stays centered around the object. And I'll turn the transparency all the way down, I'll turn the blur up, and you'll notice we still aren't seeing a drop shadow. Going to turn the size down. By default it's 102%. I'm going to turn it down to 100%, and we see the drop shadow appear. So pretty weird, but hey, it works as long as the size is set to 100%. Now I'm going to go to a second example, and again I come over here and I'm going to use this drop shadow, and look at that, it's at 102%. And we can see it, it's there. And just to help us really see it, I'm going to turn the transparency down, and I'm even going to turn this size up here. Notice this is not the blur, this is the size of the shadow in relation to the shape that's creating it. It's a pretty cool effect. I think it's got its time and place to be useful. So I like it when it works, but because it doesn't always work for me, I get really nervous and I avoid it, and I end up going back to 100% all the time just to play it safe. But I've finally figured out what is causing the problem, and have discovered that we can safely use this, because now I know the difference between what I did on this slide and what I did on the previous slide. Now, if you notice on this previous slide, you might have seen it when I was actually applying the drop shadow. I applied it here on the shape. And if I turn it to 101%, it goes away. Back at 100, it works. 99%, it goes away. What have you. If we go to slide 3, the drop shadow is not applied to the shape. Under text options, I applied it to the text. So it seems like as long as we are applying it to the text, the size works, no matter what we set it to. We can make it smaller, we can make it bigger, we can do it to individual pieces of the text and not, all of it at once. If, I don't know, maybe I was trying to make it look like the background over it was uneven or something, maybe that would help with that effect. But yeah, so it's safe, we can do it, we just have to apply it to the text. Something that I have found really useful too is, if you want a shadow on the text and then you've got a background fill behind the object, you want a shadow on that as well. That is one reason why you can apply the shadow to the shape as well as the text. And then another really useful thing, say I've got the text sitting over top of a photo and I want a really big soft shadow just to help lift the text off of the photograph a tiny bit. One thing you can do is set a really blurry shadow to the shape and then set a second shadow to the text, or vice versa. Then this gives you just a bigger shadow in general. You can have a little bit more control over how soft it looks. So yeah, a little bit of troubleshooting there, some tips. We are Ghost Ranch Communications. We make the art for storytelling. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe, all that stuff. And if you have any presentation needs where you think you could use some professional help, please find us at ghostranch.com. We'll be more than happy to hear from you. Thanks so much, and y'all have a great day.